Good morning. As usual, I just intended to take a quick walk around the yard, and I've already cut back the grapes by the lower veggie garden, and I've put bags on a bunch of plums, and I thought, there's this irrigation I have to fix, and that would be something that would be interesting, perhaps, to see how, okay, maybe I've done irrigation and it's not working. How do I troubleshoot it and come back and change the routing or try to fix it? So thought I would make a video about that. So I'm going to head up to the orchard where I've noticed that I have, I just ran drip lines and nothing's dripping. I think I just overtaxed the supply line. And that happens. My water only runs for about half an hour, and so for the water to get to the end of every line, even though most of my main outputs are above and everything, the water flows down, it just doesn't make it to the end and then create enough pressure to actually start dripping. So I think I'm going to have to switch a couple of them to a different supply line that comes from a different faucet, and hopefully I'll get a better result with that, and I'll take a look at it for a couple days, and if not, I'm going to have to change it again. So if you're if you're a gardener, you know it's all about baby steps, small steps every day, and then you get a great result. So I'm going to go head up there and finish putting bags on a few more of the plums and then get the water fixed. These are my plum trees, and I've been working on them since we moved in about 3 years ago, trying to get better fruit production out of them. I didn't get to spray them last year because I had a broken leg for, fungal issues, but we have an okay production year. And so what I'm doing is I'm bagging the fruit. I have these mesh bags that have a tie that you can just cinch, and I don't tie them afterwards because then you can open them and they're reusable. So all I do is slip it over the fruit and cinch it at the stem. And I've done that on all the trees, and I'm going to go do the apples also. But it's super easy. Done. And then when you want to take it off, you just pull the thing apart, and you can either pick your fruit, or sometimes they fall off right in the bag, or when you go to kind of pull on them, they come off. I knocked 2 plums off so far today, but this beautiful apricot was in this bag on the apricot tree, and they get to fully ripen on the tree. You have to pick them off and keep them out of the way of the birds. It's great. I don't like netting my trees because it's just a horrific mess and it tears at the leaves, and I just don't like it. So I've been trying to find a better way, and I'm trying bags this year, and I really think they're great. Came in and watered by hand this area today, so it actually it looks okay, but I noticed that nothing was doing well over here. Things were lax. I mean, even a cosmos was looking really sad, and the ones behind it over there are looking really fluffy and wonderful. And so that tells me, okay, I have a problem with these irrigation lines. So I think I've overtaxed a supply line that is back over that way. So what I'm going to have to do is trace these all back to where they plug in, take them off, reconnect the supply line with the straight connector, and then come off a different supply line with a T. So what I see is that all of these are coming off this one supply line here, which makes sense because, whoopsie-doo, some of it's over in this area. Here's a tree I netted, mainly because I was really afraid the deer was going to get at it. And I didn't really net the tree, I put a square around the tree. Anyway, so I am going to take these all off of this line. This one I might just put a figure 8 here and maybe it'll get enough pressure to still do this swirl. But these other ones, I'm gonna, I think, come off this supply line because that one is running right now. And I do see good drip coming off of it. See if we can see good drip coming off that one. Actually, that's a different one. This is the one. But it's dripping. It's definitely dripping. So I think I have enough pressure and I don't have enough, I don't have too many hoses on that one. And I think it can handle just these 2 or 3 hoses that are going this direction. Now this one's doing well. Where does that one go? See, be better to do all this when everything was dormant in the fall, but I want the plants that I just planted to survive. So I'm gonna go get my supplies. So what we have here is a failure to irrigate. And I think I just overdid it on this one. This one also, the supply line also feeds the blue garden, which I just ran a whole bunch of water to. So what I'm gonna do, okay, so I have these, which are just straight line connectors. A straight line connector. So I'm gonna cut out the, maybe I can wiggle it out. No. Okay. That's what stinks, is you kind of do lose some materials. Cut that one out. Done. Put this one in. Wiggle, wiggle. Okay. There we go. So now that's just gonna be fine. So now I have to do that a few more times. Okay. Okay. The other thing I'm gonna do is cut this line shorter and just put a figure 8 on it. I don't think it's running right now. We'll find out. Nope. Okay. So that one is ended, and I think that will work here still because it doesn't have as much stuff coming off of it. So now I'm gonna take these ones, 1, 2, 3 that I cut off, and attach them to that, or that supply line over there, which comes from a different spigot. Okay, so here's my other supply line that I want to tie into. I'm going to cut this out. And unfortunately now it's trash. It's one of the reasons I like the over the tube ones. You can sometimes reuse them better than the inner tube ones. All right, hopefully it's not running. We'll find out. Oh, we're good. Okay. Wiggle. Okay, there we go. Done. Another one here. It actually had some water in it. Cut it. Cut off the other end. Tie in here. Something here I wanted to water. And one more. Trying to space them a little bit. Here we go. Now I'm going to go test it. Okay, well, it's already looking better. Let's see. Dripping, dripping, dripping. All right, let's check down at the bottom. That is so much better. Much better. Let's see. Yep, we're getting irrigation now. Now we have water. Good, 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 good. No wonder. Things just weren't looking right, and that's why. Okay. I have some Cora Louise peonies, which I actually think this one in the middle here that bloomed already, I think that might have been a Cora Louise. So I have 3 more that I'm going to add to this area, maybe one up in that area, one kind of this way, and one on the other side here in the old strawberry patch. And I need to do a little more work on the irrigation in this area. I noticed that some of the really skinny 1/4-inch drip it was tree lines, and it was here when we got here. It's not watering everything I've planted, so a little more work here today. Look at this beautiful view that way. Just, you know, really enjoying being out here. Everything's looking so beautiful. Okay, better get to work. I've created a wonderful new spot there that is going to get enough water. And this is what a bare root peony looks like. I don't expect much from it this year. I might get some leaves, but I can see a little bit of growth right there. And a little bit more growth right there. So it says to plant it 1 to 2 inches deep. So this is the old stem that came up. So I'm going to plant it this way, and this about 1 to 2 inches deep right there. Let's see, we just have sand here. Need to get some mulch. I always have to put some mulch in with our sand because the sand cuts off all the water to everything. So I want that to get water. So any kind of organic matter that I can add on top of things, mulch. a supply line running through there, but a lot of this right through here doesn't have any irrigation on it. So I'm going to put an emitter here and run another coil over there. That's going to do it for me for today. I fixed some irrigation, and I have faith that now those plants will get better water and survive better. And I got some flowers and I got some fruits, so that's a great day in the yard, I think. I'm going to go in and get some ice water and put my feet up. Thank you for joining me, and I will catch up with you next time. Bye-bye.